I'm very familiar with and really believe that there are a lot of challenges and a lot of problems we face as a business that are knowable with data. And our job is to figure out how to make that knowable. There's always going to be a distribution curve. And so then you also figure out where on that distribution curve you're willing to take the risk. But I'm very engaged.
I think a lot of the skill sets that CFOs have are quite relevant to being the person who harnesses the data within an organization. So it's not so much that you need to know that it's in Java, or you don't need to know SQL. You might have people on your team who know SQL, but you have to know how to kind of unpack a process and repack it up in a way that gets you a different conclusion.
For us, because we have so many different data fields, think of everything that's on a tax return and then all the business metrics around that, trying to figure out what are the ones that are truly indicative to understand where we're going and that we all agree are the key indicators, while also still keeping some visibility to things that aren't the key indicators, but would tell you there's a problem. Getting it to a data architecture that's streamlined and seamless that you can quickly then analyze is paramount for us. We've been going through a journey the last few years of moving all of our data to the cloud. And that's been a big journey to, one, clean up our architecture, and then two, reduce our storage fees, make us more nimble, and improve security. I mean, there's just a lot of pieces tied to that. Once we're to that phase, then it's how do you narrow down on the key KPIs to run the business?
So you have to start with what questions are you trying to answer? What decisions are you trying to make? Then you look at all the data and you have to make sure that you're parsing through it to say, let's stay true to the North Star and make sure we're really focusing on these questions and these answers, and let all the other data go for a while. Our CFO's created is basically a data intelligence engine. And so she's got, she's integrated into Salesforce, she's integrated into Workday, HR, Workday Finance, she's integrated into our billing system.
With respect to my focus and how I kind of weed out the noise, I think it's important to identify for the CFO and for the business leaders to identify what are the key inputs. Understanding the inputs and tracking those on a frequency that's daily or weekly, and making sure you pick the right inputs so that if those inputs come to a result you had hoped for, your outputs will be as expected. That allows you to react a lot quicker than waiting for the monthly close review or waiting for the next forecast. I try to identify the areas I need to be spending time to help us adjust and fix, and single source of truth data that allows you to have great dashboards and to iterate quickly and escalate fast, I think is very important in my role for helping the business when you're as dynamic and you have so much, interesting stuff going on like we do.